All right, so I really want to tell you that you just don't need another tool to do something incredible in your life. So I'm going to explain why in this video and then take a deep dive into that. So if you don't know me, I'm Professor Dave Maslach. I'm an Associate Professor of Innovation Strategy and Entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There were so many people that helped me out that I wanted to pay the favor for to help you out. So when I was in graduate school, I was really struggling with writing. It's a difficult thing for me to do. So when I got out of graduate school, I had this sort of ingenious belief or genius idea to create this sort of sharing economy editing platform. It's called reciprocity.com. You can check it out if you want. That's what started all of this stuff. I started doing videos. I actually created the whole thing. And then, I got a software developer and then created this thing, put it on the internet. Absolutely nothing happened. And so then I had to figure out, well, how do I actually market this thing to get people to actually use it? So I started doing YouTube videos. And what I quickly realized is that, and I started doing YouTube videos, and it sort of morphed over time, that it wasn't, I was doing things that are really oriented towards how do you do something better, how do you get something done, how do you, and it was really geared towards a sort of platform or software and stuff like that. But I quickly realized that graduate students were really, the focus of why I was actually doing this. That was a really important thing. The second thing that I realized is that there was lots of people in this world that were really upset with who they are and what they're doing, and we're struggling with a lot of different things. There's lots of life decisions that we have, and I was sort of took a step back and I thought, actually, that was a moment where I felt like I needed another tool. I felt like I needed something was when I was really just not necessarily confident in myself, and feeling that I wasn't necessarily confident in myself. It wasn't necessarily that I needed that particular thing, that particular tool, that technology or whatnot, that software or whatever. It was just because I felt like that. And so, as you've noticed over the course of the last year or so, this channel has really evolved in towards being much more broader, in the sense that it's really trying to just help people out to realize that they are a remarkable person, in that they can actually achieve things in their life. And it's really just getting them to believe in the fact that they can achieve things in their life and they don't need some sort of tool that's out there. Now, I know that this is probably a really bad marketing strategy for me to do this, is to say, don't use the tool that I created. But, my belief that eventually, because I'm doing nice things, that eventually somebody's going to pay me back by, going on there and buying some credits or whatever. You don't have to, but if you want to, that's great. But, there is a lot of things behind what is going on here, is that people don't want to do things, or people feel like they have struggles in their life or difficulties in their life because they feel like they are limited in who they are as an individual. And, I firmly believe this after living for many years and studying many different things, a lot of stuff related to organizations, but also decision making. And, that we actually don't cover a lot of this, to be honest, in decision making, not as much as one would think in terms of this belief in ourselves. And I think that that's a really incredibly important part in terms of, making us feel like we could do things, right? So that's why I at this moment, try to actually do videos on a daily basis, and sometimes even more, because, I'm here to give you a pep talk, to not only give you a pep talk, but myself a pep talk, to say, you got this, you can actually do this. And having that reminder on a regular basis is kind of nice, right? There's a couple of ways to look at this. One way is that this sort of pep talk and doing something like this is totally useless, and it is. And probably lots of people will believe that it's useless, and they're probably right. But there is a group of people that that it does help, and it is getting to them, and it's making them actually accomplish things and do things in their life, which to me is very rewarding. Whether it's actually And the other thing for me, it's really nice for me to do things like this because it gives me kind of joy in my life, rather than just doing the same old thing over and over and over again. So, what I want to reiterate today in terms of, these decisions and stuff whenever you're going along your day is really look for those moments where you're thinking, I could really use some help here. I need a tool. Maybe not try to go there at this moment. Try to actually try to solve it yourself and see if you can actually do that. So if you're really feeling terrible about yourself, which a lot of us do, that's normal, that's life. Really take the time to think about how can I actually solve this? What can I do to make positive steps in my life to accomplish something where I'm feeling better about not only myself but eventually become more productive and all that kind of stuff, right? That flows from that, from having this sort of stability in your life, or whatever that stability looks like, right? So if you're feeling really down and out, going and talking to people. If you're feeling really, really down and out, and you all know when that moment happens, you might want to go talk to a physician about something. If you're feeling like you can't accomplish something because you don't have the right tool, well, just figure out how to do the workaround around it, right? So if you are doing research, many of you are that's watching this channel, you know what workarounds are. That's just a part of life. That's actually what we do. If you are in, actually, there's a couple of great papers about workarounds in healthcare, and that how nurses and physicians and stuff actually have to do workarounds to get things done. And that's just a part of what life is. So what I'm trying to get you to think about is don't get caught up on the constraints in life, and don't get really into the moment where you're just like, I can't do this. But really think about, well, how can I actually get this done? And if that's the case, I need to get this done. I need to work on myself. I need to work on, actually accomplishing this thing. What can I do to get there? What are the steps? What's the one positive step that I can do today to actually get the sort of kick that I need to do to get things done? So hopefully this helped you out. And yeah, by all means, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. I do appreciate it. It's awesome that you're following along. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.